Welcome back to another episode of the Southampton career mode here on the second channel. I appreciate your patience in waiting for this series to return, and because we had two F1 videos in a row, we're now having two Southampton videos in a row, and from here we'll go back to the dovetailing of the Southampton and the F1. So F1 will return tomorrow for those of you that are waiting for the Austrian Grand Prix. As this goes live, I'm about to stream it at 6:30. So if you're watching this as it goes live and you want to watch the F1, head over to Twitch, you can come and join me. So, we're looking for a central midfielder. Thank you for all of your suggestions in the last episode. We are looking for someone about James Ward-Prowse's quality to replace him in the starting lineup next season, probably. But to come into the fold now so we can start getting used to them so that they can make an impact when they do bleed into the starting lineup. Now, I've got quite a few names on my shortlist now to go with ones that I already had in my head. We have Caicedo and Douglas Luiz, who could be, actually, with the free kick trait. Oh, his finesse shot trait, sorry. In real life, he takes a fantastic free kick, Douglas Luiz, but his free kick accuracy stat isn't that good on FIFA for some reason. Then we've got Calvin Phillips as well. Then with regards out-and-out centre mids, we've Ravella, Fratesi, Dela Cruz, Pabega, Kozłowski, Lefay, Taylor, Lopez, Fearman, Sarr, Reinders, Lauser, Jones. And I've got a cam in there as well in Mason Mount, who obviously in real life is going to be leaving Chelsea. Now I'm intrigued to see if Mason Mount is getting any football at Chelsea, because obviously he is a player that is slightly better than the majority on that shortlist. However, whether Chelsea play him or not would make a big decision. They do play him very regularly. All right, not Mason Mount then, not yet. Chelsea evidently value him in this save, even if in real life it looks like he's on his way out. We sit slap bang mid-table in 10th, but we're really not far away from the Champions League spots, only 6 points. Chelsea currently second in the table, with Manchester United top on 42 points, and it's them who we head to first. Today we'll have Manchester United away to start, then we'll follow it up with Crystal Palace away as well, before returning back to St Mary's to face Stoke City in the FA Cup. You guys would like me to take the FA Cup seriously this year, so we will do exactly that. Meaning that we'll split the month of January into 2, waiting on scout reports on a number of those players on the shortlist as well. So they'll give you guys the opportunity to maybe reaffirm of those on the shortlist, or once we get to the point of having more in-depth scout reports back on them, which you favour. And if you see a comment that you agree with, thumbs it up. And leave your own comment as well. And throughout the course of the time, as you guys comment and thumbs each other's up, then the more popular options will rise to the top, and it'll make it pretty straightforward to figure out which ones to go for. So we'll start with Old Trafford. We'll take it game at a time, and then we'll end with Stoke. Bit of a come down, but in theory, it should get easier as the episode goes on. Right? David De Gea in goal for Manchester United. Traore, Skriniar, Martinez and Malacia at the back. Eriksen, Casemiro and Bruno Guimaraes in the midfield for them still. Anthony and Jadon Sancho flank either side of Victor Osimhen. Manchester United have a wonderful team, and with players like Rashford and Ibanez on the bench, they're going to have options to help add to what is already one of the best 11s in the league. You can see why they're top of the table, and maybe we will find out here at Old Trafford in even more detail why they're top of the table. Certainly if we give the ball away cheaply like that, we will. Osimhen to Anthony, but into Salisu, who turns away nicely, and Alcaraz has support here. Now, they've already committed a lot of bodies forward here, Manchester United, and that is not where that pass was supposed to go. Oh, I could have sent Ludovic Blas through, but I've ballsed it up. Alcaraz to Perrault. Many in the middle. And Broja is one. What a goal that would have been. Armando Broja has seen first-team football come at a premium recently with the form of Ollie Watkins. This is going to be his opportunity to try and earn that first-team spot back again here at Old Trafford. Sorry, Anthony. We just left you for dead there, Perrault whips a ball. That strike an arm. It didn't, but we will get the corner. And the pressure continues. James Ward-Prowse to deliver, which he does well. We couldn't win the header last time. We haven't won the header this time. Can Blas win that? He can. It's going to fall to Conor Gallagher. And then eventually to Alcaraz. Oh, Luke. Oh, my God! I was like, oh, no, Luke Shaw on his right foot. That's not going to work. And then he went and did that. Oh, my God. Luke, chill, mate. Where's that come from? Ward-Prowse out of his feet, and the effort on goal did hit Malacia in the hand, but no penalty. He's very, very heavily left-footed, Anthony. He is quick, though, so that's going to be annoying. Luke Shaw gets the tackle in against his former team, and Anthony doesn't give them a 1-0 lead. Take the corner, short Christian Eriksen to Anthony again, who was beckoning him to kick it to him quite quickly. Bruno Guimaraes has a decent shot from range. Oh, just able to adjust his feet there, Gavin Bazunu, and get down to it. It's a sharp save. Good effort from Victor Osimhen, though. Deadly in front of goal. The Nigerian. Get to that! We haven't. Sancho back to Bruno, and we said he's got a decent effort from range, and he went for it, but he won't have the effort. Trouble the goalkeeper. Oh, not yet. Anyway, Eriksen. Oh, this is just unbelievable from Manchester United. And they take the lead. Anthony does have his goal, and we're behind at Old Trafford. Conor Gallagher ran into trouble. All right, Anthony. When did you learn to slide tackle like that, mate? Get to it then, Connor. Thank you. We'll go through that gap, and then down the line. And inside. Blas. How have we not scored? I can't believe it. David De Gea is a monster. That's disgusting. Casemiro into Christian Eriksen. Oh, he's done Conor Gallagher brilliantly there. He's taken it on himself here, Christian Eriksen. And he's going all the way. Oh, top stop. Goal kick, thankfully. Gavin Bazunu's made some decent saves in this game. It's been all Man United in the second half so far. I haven't got a chance to get anywhere near David De Gea. And I don't get anywhere near Victor Osimhen either. That's Manchester United 2, Southampton 0. And I think we'll be losing to the league leaders here. There is only 15 minutes to go here, so we are going to have to be a little bit more straightforward with the way that we play. A little bit more direct, a little bit quicker in the tempo and in the pass. And hopefully in the finish too. I tell you what, that worked out well, didn't it? Ludovic Blas gets us one back. And, oh, maybe something might be on the cards here. Or maybe push for a third to kill the game off. Well, they might push, but if their passing's that bad, they're not going to get it. Sulemana. I'll go again. Kamaldeen, you have not done anything of any note this season whatsoever, but this would be huge if you can. I know the angle's tight, but it's not tight enough. Sulemana levels it up at Old Trafford in front of those travelling fans in the corner. We will take a point from the league leaders. It's about time he did something. I won't say it was worth waiting for, because I certainly wish he'd done more to this point in the year, but we will definitely enjoy it. Great run, great finish. Now do that more often, mate. Donny van der Beek. Jadon Sancho tackled and away, and that will probably be game. It is indeed a 2-2 draw. We had comebacks to draw 2-2 in the RTG in back-to-back episodes. And now we've gone and done it in the Southampton save as well. It seems to be the scoreline of choice right now. I'll take it against Manchester United. If it's against someone in the relegation zone, I might have been a bit more frustrated, but absolutely, Jesus, 5-2 Chelsea win against Crystal Palace. Well, they are not going to be in great spirits heading into the game at Selhurst Park, which we're approaching in the next few days. We might have to change a little bit, but as we say in the response to the press there, we will never give up. We played a lot of games recently. We've got a lot more to play in the month of January as well, especially if we get through in the FA Cup against Stoke. But we're not going to let that game slip away from us, and we're not going to let those at the top of the table get away from us in the challenge for a Champions League spot this season. Arsenal would like Perraud. Okay, well that makes the decision up then for me, doesn't it really? Because we were contemplating replacing Perraud, but couldn't really justify it. But a club as the size of Arsenal come in, he can go, we'll sign a new left back, decision made. I'll try and get a bit more money for him than just his valuation at 17.5. 18.5. What's £1 million between friends? Really? Really? Mikel? You're a little bit stingy, pal. I am shocked at that. I'm trying to maximise the deal. It's January. He's my starting left back. I've every right to ask for a little bit more than valuation for my starting left back. And they didn't want to play ball, apparently. They are 5th in the table, only 7 points above us. It's not like they're astronomically better than us, given the nature of the save so far. Obviously, if you only factor in Southampton and Arsenal, then it doesn't really look that good. But the fact that we are where we are and doing what we're doing in this save changes the perspective a bit. 64 rated striker to 70 rated right winger. That was a very good decision then, wasn't it? Crystal Palace. Vicente Waita, Martinez, Riedewald, Van de Ven and Mitchell. Toussaint and Chet Tukure in the middle with Bukhari, Fujimoto and Talismano behind Jason Bardera. Van de Ven is a player in real life that has apparently been linked with Liverpool. He is, well, he had, I think it was 35-ish kilometres an hour he was clocked at as the fastest sprinting centre-back of the season just gone. Clocked the fastest time run by a defender in real life. So he's a certified quick boy. If he can actually defend or not, we'll wait and see. Does he rely too heavily on just his pace to get him out of dodgy situations because he's not that good positionally? Or is that pace in addition to exceptional defensive capabilities? We shall find out. Blas looking for Broja, ballsing the pass. Oh, it's a lovely ball to Talismano. And he's finished it too. Well, that didn't take long for Crystal Palace to take the lead, did it? Out of nothing, really. The ball down the line and a one pass inside, and he's on his own, and they've scored. So what happened to my defensive unit there, but Palace lead. Luxor's pass wasn't actually that great. Looking for some space. Finding Broja. Oh, Armando. What the balls was that, pal? Sulemana is. And if I can get him away from Van de Ven, then maybe we can get Sulemana in behind. Here's Broja. Look at Van de Ven. He's getting there, the number 4. Sulemana is back here, but Tyrek Mitchell's no slouch himself. And still, we can't create the chance to find the equaliser. Go on, Hickey. And Blas is here. And Ludovic Blas nonchalantly tries to side foot it when I was trying to power up for a big old smack. Thank you, mate. Appreciate that. Bollocks. That should be 1-1. It's not. All of Aaron Hickey's exceptional hard work goes to waste. Corner. Bukhari. 24th minute. Palace looking for a second. Talismano maybe looking for a second. Driven out wide nicely to Bukhari. Delivered well. It's going to fall. Oh, how's he kept that out? That is a really strong wrist from Gavin Bazunu there, because that was an excellent header by Fujimoto. Down low. I don't quite know how he's kept that out, to be honest. That's a wonderful save. He's had a couple of critics in the comments recently, Gavin Bazunu, saying that whilst he is decent, he makes the occasional mistake. I still think he's worthy of being our starting goalkeeper. When we first started the save, never did I think I'd say that, because he was blooming awful. Sulemana, here comes Hickey. I said I wanted to build up down the right-hand side. And, down the left-hand side of my attack, right-hand side of the defence. And to be fair, I actually have ended up on this left-hand side, and we score through it. Well, I wanted to build all of it down the left-hand side. But actually, getting forward on the right, and then before we get to the crossing position, then switching it across the other flank, that worked out just as well. We've gotten ourselves a beautiful equaliser. Strike and a half from Alcaraz. That level. Nice ball through the gap to Bardera. Oh, the weight on that is perfect. Good save. Oh, but it couldn't have deflected more, unfortunately. Straight to Jas Bardera. And Crystal Palace have their lead back again here at Selhurst Park. That wasn't ideal. So the weighted pass here is beautiful to find the winger. And that's just unlucky. Bazunu's foot diverting it through the gap of the two defenders. Straight to the striker. Brilliant. 2-1 again. Hickey. Sulemana. I need to get it out to the left-hand side of my attack, but I just keep drifting to the right, and I don't really know why. I'm not purposefully favouring it. That just seems to be the way that Crystal Palace is set up, that the space opens up on that side. Blas trying to work some space here so I can get the shot away on his left, because we know his right foot isn't great. Here's Conor Gallagher. Blas on his left, you say. 2-2! Ludovic Blas does it again! We've seen him do that before. It's all square at Selhurst Park again. We can score goals. Unfortunately, we just keep conceding them, but hopefully on this occasion, we can score more than we do let in at the other end. I did wonder, actually, in the game against Manchester United, why Bruno Fernandes wasn't involved in their team. And it just popped up there. Bruno Fernandes is... Oh, good save, Gavin Bazunu. Now a Borussia Dortmund player, which is a surprise. Didn't think we'd see him moving to Germany, especially to Dortmund over Bayern. Albeit Dortmund look like they're likely to win the Bundesliga this year in real life. Turns out, maybe Thomas Tuchel isn't the man for them. They should never have sacked Nagelsmann in the first place. Waita with the save, trying to keep that in with Alcaraz, who's done brilliantly to do so. Oh, and I got a little bit greedy. I thought I'll still try and do it with him. Sulemana! Straight down the throat of the keeper. Ah, sometimes I overplay it and I go for the extra pass and it doesn't work and I don't end up having the shot on goal. So that time I thought, I'll just try and get the shot away on goal. That was supposed to be a nod back to the keeper. That has not gone very well at all. And unfortunately on this occasion, playing the extra pass was actually probably the right thing to do in that situation. How frustrating. Nicely intercepted. 1-2. Perrault. Broja. Out to Alcaraz, who's soon to come off actually for Nathan Tella. Broja around the corner. He might have just beaten the offside trap there, Broja. And... oh, he can't beat the keeper too. It's a brilliant save with his legs there, Waita, to deny us a potential 3 points here against a side that earlier in the season were struggling right at the very depths of the league with just like 1 point from 6 games. Now, they've got about 19 points, I think it was. Certainly significantly more than they had before. And they're a little bit better, annoyingly, because I can't seem to find a way past them at the moment. Can Sulemana get to that? No, Mitchell's done brilliantly with 5 minutes to go. I think last time we were delighted to get a point. This time we're going to have to frustratingly settle for a 2-2 draw. The final whistle's going to go, which it has. Well, a 2-2 draw followed swiftly by a 2-2 draw. I certainly wouldn't settle for a 2-2 draw against Stoke in the FA Cup, though, because I want to get through in that as seamlessly as possible. It was a difficult game against a side that shouldn't have been as good as they were, judging by their early form. But they're having a bit of a resurgence at Crystal Palace, it seems, and turns out they are actually half decent. Their asking price is 35.6, but you might have a chance at this deal with an offer around 28.5. That's intriguing. 28.5 for a player that's valued at 35. That would be remarkable. So they wanted Perrault. I will offer them Perrault, and hopefully this time they'll be a bit more open to negotiation. That is a deal worth £30 million. And they are happy with it. When they first came in for Perrault, I didn't want to risk trying to use Kieran Tierney because I wasn't sure if they'd actually be interested in just a straight swap. Because I couldn't say Tierney plus money. And turns out they are open to it. Well, that's an upgrade at left back then, isn't it? Really? They want Perrault. This isn't coming out of nowhere. And, well, I'll certainly take Tierney off their hands. January transfer window has begun. Well, he's going to want Crucial. So we'll give him Crucial. 4-year deal, absolutely. Release clause, none. Suits me down to the ground. And a £75,000 wage. Yes, sir. Abso-friggin-lutely, sir. Welcome to Southampton FC. We have a new signing. Unexpected, but one that we're more than happy to do. Stoke City are not great with regards overall rating of their players. Josh Tymon at left back at 73 is one of their highest. So with 69 rated Taylor there at left centre back and Bonham's only like 67 in goal as their highest rated keeper. They're not the best of sides. So we have started a rotated fringe 11, albeit I only have one spare centre-back to go in there, so Luke Shaw gets to start here as well in the FA Cup. A little bit of experience in the starting lineup, but certainly, James Ward-Prowse as well, evidently, certainly we should be expected to win this, and if things aren't going our way, I have plenty of quality on the bench I can call upon, should I need to. Turns out, might need to. I'm going to have to stop conceding inside 5 minutes. Oh no, this is getting silly now. Oh, I was looking for Ollie Watkins through the gap. Couldn't find him. Tyrese Campbell coming forward. It's just waited well enough for Powell to get to it. And they're in here through Tyrese Campbell. Don't you dare! Gavin Bazunu with a worldy save after a worldy effort from Tyrese Campbell. If that flies into the top corner, then I give up. And we're definitely going out of the FA Cup. Go on, Ollie. You're on your way, son. Bring it down, beat the man. Superbly done. Ollie Watkins. All right. Bonham with a brilliant save. I don't quite know how we haven't tucked that home. Get to it. Oh, my Lord. How? How? Just how? That one word. How? Sure, and Ollie Watkins. Well, I mean, there's a foul in there, isn't there, really, ref? Let's be honest. Laurent. I fouled him. Is that going to be a pen? Was it in the box? It definitely was. Ah. Bugger. Tyrese Campbell from the spot. Buries it. It's 2-0 to the championship outfit. At half-time, I'm bringing on the big guns. Robinson looking for Ollie. Ollie looking for Joe. Joe looking for goal. And finding it. Game on once more. The comeback begins again for Southampton today. Lovely ball by Ollie Watkins out wide here to Theo Robinson. It's racing through. Aribo and Ollie Watkins. And we're level, and it's not taken long. 35 minutes left to find one more. Although 2-2 has been the score of choice today, hasn't it? Well, not necessarily of choice, but the score we've had to put up with nonetheless. Watkins dilly-dallied on it. And then so did their guy, Gallagher. Ollie Watkins out to Sulemana. Those changes at half-time look like they're going to work wonders. Don't they? Sulemana. It's 3-2 Southampton, and in the space of about 20 in-game minutes, we've gone from 2-0 down to 3-2 up. All smiles again. Shame we couldn't find a third against Palace or United. Not that I was going to find a third against United, to be fair. Aribo put it on the edge of the 6-yard box, and Bella Kotchap's up for this. And a brilliant save by Bonham to deny us a fourth goal here. Aribo again will whip. It's Ollie Watkins that's up this time. Laurent gets there first. That will fall kindly for Aribo, but he's left-footed, so I'm not really thinking he's going to have a go from there, to be honest. Bella Kotchap to Conor Gallagher. We'll use Sulemana. Conor Gallagher here. Ollie Watkins. And 4. Jesus, he just kept on sliding. That'll be us through to the next round of the FA Cup. We've made a meal of it, but we have been able to finish our dinner at the end of the day. Just kept on. Jesus, he got absolutely flattened then. That'd have been a penalty, surely, if we hadn't scored. This is surely simple now. Oh, I'm so sorry, Stoke. Wait a minute. No, I'm not. I'll do the apology celebration. I'm already 4-2 up. Now we're just taking the piss, really. Southampton, 5. Stoke City, 2. Now that is a comeback. Not that we need a goal. Thank you for passing it straight back to me as well. I might have been able to go and make it 6. 5 is enough. There are not many times where 5 isn't enough, if we're completely honest. Is there? So that's us through to the next round of the FA Cup. Little bit worrying after we went 2-0 down, but we held our nerve and saw it through, and I won't panic too much or overreact to it. A loan bid for Novak is certainly something that we would consider, and off he hopefully will go. So next up for us is Bournemouth in the league, but we of course won't be playing that today. Still waiting for some scout reports to come back, and there might be some in that set of emails we've got there. Theo Coles is going out on loan to Anderlecht for the rest of the season. Coles loaned out, tournament prize money. Liam Marsh is going to go to Bristol City for the rest of this season, which is great. And Novak also had a short... Oh, that's a loan to buy from Falinis. Start that again, shall I? From... Christ. Famalisiu. And... No, that is the one. Yep, that's fine. Okay. Any scout reports? Please give me at least some indication of a scout report. He's chosen 20 anyway. FC Twente. Anton Novak is off to the Netherlands. Nederland. Right. Jovanovic loan. Yep, sure. Bye. Okay. This is the last one then from Croatia. He's a goalkeeper as well, so it's not even as if a position change would make any difference. 6. Oh, he's a goalkeeper as well. For Christ's sake. All right. Well, unfortunately, nothing from our youth scouts at the moment, but all 3 can go back out now. And continually, I will wait for your feedback as to where to send them. Although Watkins now wants to play against Bournemouth, but unfortunately for him, I think, well, you know what? He has been scoring goals. Why not? We still sit 10th in the Premier League. However, we've just added Kieran Tierney to the starting lineup, and at some point in tomorrow's episode, we will add a central midfielder to that as well. We haven't had any full scout reports back on many players. We've got one back on Douglas Luiz, who's 82. Caicedo's getting there with regards to his report, but he doesn't look like he's actually going to be that good, Moises Caicedo. Bibikar Kamara has also been added to the list. It's not amazing, though. Definitely more defensive than anything else. Kozłowski doesn't look like technically he's going to be all that. Pobega looks like he could be pretty tasty. Lefebvre, who's also at Wolves, looks like he could be decent. De La Cruz, not sure physically, is outrageous though. Fratesi is obviously really good. Ravella is obviously really good. Kenneth Taylor, not quite at that level yet. Maxime Lopez, good in the pass, good ball control. Not sure if he'll be worth it or not. Fearman, it's his physicals that worry me slightly. Fearman, he might be a little bit clunky in game despite being good on the ball supposedly and with good passing. Pape Sarr, not going to be good enough I don't think. Reinders, I'll be intrigued but I also don't think he's going to be quite good enough. Loser, physically has me particularly worried and technically doesn't look like he's going to be amazing. Curtis Jones, I don't know, also there. And then still Mason Mount is Mason Mount, but we're not going to be signing him yet, evidently. Maybe next season if we get Champions League, we'll wait and see. But for now, oh dear, Bournemouth are on 7 points. Christ. Bournemouth haven't yet kick-started their season the way that Crystal Palace have and pulled themselves out of the relegation zone. Burnley down there, Everton down there too. We find ourselves mid-table, 10th, but 9 points now off the Champions League spots thanks to back-to-back draws in the Premier League. Well, beat Bournemouth, beat Wolves, and then Plymouth away should be straightforward in the Cup as well. And with Sheffield United and Fulham coming up in the league, and Arsenal, who are that side that are in that 4th spot, we could be a lot closer come the end of the next couple of episodes. That's all for today, though. Thank you very much for watching. Drop the video a like if you've enjoyed. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and I'll see you next time. Yeah, okay.